Well, hello everybody. It's that time again. It's turkey time. That's right. It's time for the blog that truly blazes, but it also is, or was, turkey time. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Today's date is November the 25th of 2011. And it's time for that weekly 3-card reading. We're going to go over the past week. We're going to go over what we're coming into now, which is interesting. And we're going to look what lies ahead of us towards the end of this week. So stick around. You might get enlightened. Okay, the first card is the last card of the previous week's reading. Now this card is the 9 of Discs, or some people call them Pentacles. Now this card, entitled Gain, is attributed to Venus in Virgo. Pretty cool. Venus is creativity, passion, expression. Virgo, very meticulous, very much ruled by Mercury, looks carefully at details. So we may have been expressing more of our creativity the last few days, but on the same token, being very careful about how we went about that, how we focused our energies, and what exactly it was that we did. Now, of course, we're also shopping right now, a lot of us. You know, this is a big time, Black Friday. A lot of people getting those gifts, taking advantage of those specials. So that also ties in with the earthly theme, that whole very, very material thing with the 9 of Discs. But I saw it as a higher creative energy. And I saw it as manifesting our desires, bringing them into fruition, and just simply making things happen. And that energy, for the most part, we're going to see that following up throughout this week. There's some interesting things astrologically, though, make things a little bit comfortable, but not too bad. Okay, the card we're coming into is the Princess of Discs. Now, she represents a Capricorn energy. You may notice the goat in the card. And of course, Capricorn does concern itself with money. It's careful conservation of resources. It's structuring how we spend, structuring how we save money. Very, very careful about details, like Virgo. Ruled by Saturn, so it likes structure. It likes things to be together, put together a certain way. That makes sense, because we are in a period right now, again, where, you know, a lot of us are spending substantial amounts of money on gifts, on things for ourselves and things for our families. And also, we are right now in a Mercury retrograde, so we're also going to tend to be perhaps a bit careful about what we do overall. That conservatism is not really that bad of an idea. And of course, during this time, with so much activity, we do have to be watchful of spending and watchful now of people around us, because of course not everybody's honest, unfortunately. So we hope you're having a safe time with this and enjoying your Thanksgiving. We are, as I said, in Mercury retrograde. This generally affects communications to a certain degree. It can cause some confusion. Travel plans, you want to be really specific about what you're doing and really, really clear on those, because those can get snafu'd on you pretty easily. And it will tend to also draw people back into our lives that we may not have had a relationship with in a while. Now that could be a good thing. That could be family members reconciling, lovers reconciling, or just simply dealing with people that we kind of put on the back burner or really didn't want to see. Now what gets interesting is we're coming right now, okay? We're coming into a new moon in Sagittarius. Sagittarius explores. Sagittarius wants new things, wants to go where it has not gone before, wants to expand. New moons are new beginnings. And we also are coming into, very shortly, a solar eclipse. So there's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of new energies coming in that are going to give us, I think, more clarity. It's just a matter of also dealing at the same time with that Mercury retrograde. And as we get into the next card, we'll see what some of the potential effects of that could possibly be. Okay, so the third and final card, what we're facing at the end of this week, is the 8 of Swords. entitled Interference, attributed to Jupiter in Gemini. Now, of course, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury, again, is in retrograde. Jupiter wants to expand, so it's like, to me, it's a bit of a conflict. Jupiter rules Sagittarius, by the way. There's a bit of a conflict between wanting to expand and, in the same token, watching our boundaries and just dealing with some of the stuff that just naturally comes up with a retrograde. I don't want to throw a damper on our holidays. This will be over before Christmas, and I know you got to get your sales, and you got to get stuff when it's less expensive. I don't blame anybody for that. We just want to not let, I guess, our minds run away with themselves or restrict us overly much. It's like this card, it usually is depicted as a woman like in a prison. She's got a blindfold around her eyes. She's got binds on her hands. She's got like 8 swords around her that are hemming her in, but none of it's real. She could shake her head and make the blindfold fall off. She could flex her wrist and the binds would fall away. But because she thinks she's in prison, she might as well be. It can be just as real as a physical jail. We don't have to be there. We have freedom. We have free will. We have potential for movement. We can enjoy ourselves. We just need to watch some of the finer points again with travel, communicating, and if we can, avoid making really major purchases, signing contracts, that sort of thing, if it's possible. But other than that, I think we're going to have a wonderful time this holiday season, and that's certainly what I wish for you. Okay, so there goes your blog that truly blazes. It has blazed today, and will continue blazing in the future. I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting my blog, for tuning in every week, and until I meet you again, happy holidays and many blessings.